So, students, we have already studied about nouns and the kinds of noun: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, and material noun. Then we have also studied about nouns in number, the singular and the plural kind. Today we'll be studying about noun, the gender. We'll be talking about the gender of noun. So basically, when we are talking about gender of nouns, we will be talking about the four kinds of genders. First, we'll be talking about feminine and masculine. Feminine gender refers to the females basically. It could be girls or women. When we are talking about the female members, we refer to the feminine gender. When we talk about the male members, like the boys and the men in general, then we talk about the masculine gender. Females, feminine gender; male members, the masculine gender. Let us see who all are in the feminine gender, like your aunt, your mother, your sister, your niece, your grandmother. They all are the females in your house, the relatives of your the female members. Then we are referring to the feminine gender. While when we talk about the male members, like your father or the son of your father, your grandfather, your uncle, king or a hero, then we are referring to the male members, which is the masculine gender. So when we are talking about the female members, the girls or women, any female member that you talk about, could be a friend, your relative, anyone you know, then you're talking about the feminine gender. When you talk about the males, like the boys or men, your relatives or anyone known to you, then you talk about the masculine gender. Now, next we'll be talking about the other two genders, the common and the neuter. When we are talking about the gender of nouns, there are four kinds: feminine, masculine, that we just understood. Next is common and neuter. Now, when we are referring to names which could be terms which include both boys also and girls also, it is no specific that we are just referring to boys or just referring to girls. No, when we are talking about such terms which can include both of them, then it is referred to as common noun. For example, doctor. A doctor could be a male doctor also and a female doctor also. When you say I visited a doctor, unless you specify, nobody knows. It could be a female or it could be a male doctor. So doctor includes both of them, so it is a common gender. You had a visitor. A visitor could be a male member or a female. Your cousin could be your cousin sister or your cousin brother. A singer, when you say, okay, I like that singer, that's my favorite singer. Unless you specify, nobody knows whether you're talking about a male singer or a female singer. Like when you say, my parents did this. So when you say parent, you do not know whether you're talking about your father or mother. Parent includes both of them. When you say that I have two siblings, who are siblings? Siblings refer to your brother or sister. Suppose you have one brother and one sister, so you say that I have two siblings. Siblings include both of them. Brother also, it could be sister also. Suppose you have two sisters, so you will say I have two siblings. They could be both sisters. Suppose you have one brother, one sister, then also you'll say I have two siblings, which is one brother and one sister. So sibling is another word which includes both. It could be boys also, girls also, it could be both of them. Nurse. Nurse does not only refer to females, no. Male members also serve as nurse. So if you have this doubt, be clear. Nurse includes both males also and females also. Then friend, when you say that I have a friend, unless you specify it's a boy or a girl, it could be both of them, it could be either of them. So when we are talking about a term which could include both, either a boy or a girl, we do not know, then it is referred to as common gender. Talking about neuter gender, when we are referring to non-living things, then we do not know whether it is masculine or feminine. It is actually none of this. It is neither feminine nor masculine. Then we call it neuter gender. For example, pencil. What will you say? Pencil is a feminine, female, or a male? Will you assign it some gender? No. When a thing has no gender, when you cannot say it is neither masculine nor feminine, then you call it neuter gender. Like pencil, rubber, bat, ball, scissors, car. You can't assign it, call it male or female. Then it is neuter gender. When you are referring to a term which can either be boy or a girl, it can either be masculine or feminine, it can be both of them, then it is a common gender. When you are referring to non-living things which is neither feminine nor masculine, it is neither female nor a male that you can assign gender, then it is neuter gender. I hope it is clear to you. When we are referring to the females, girls or women, you're talking about feminine gender. When you're talking about all the male members, be boy or a man, then you're talking about masculine gender. When you're talking about a term which can include both, it could be a boy also, it could be a girl also. When you're including both of them, then it is common gender. When you're talking about, say, non-living things or objects, which is neither masculine nor female, it is neither of these, nothing, neither masculine nor female, then it is a neuter gender. So I hope this is clear to you. One more important thing, collective nouns. We have studied about collective noun. When there is a group of persons or animals, then a term is given to it, which is the collective noun. For example, if there is a group of bees, we call it a swarm of bees. What is swarm? That is the collective noun of bees. A flock of sheep. When there is a group of sheep together, we call it flock of sheep. And what is flock? This is the collective noun of group of sheep. A pack of cards, a class of students, a crowd of people, a group of people, and so on. So we already know, we have studied about collective noun. So when we are talking about collective noun, that collective noun is a neuter gender. It is neither feminine nor masculine, so it becomes a neuter gender. Whenever you come across a collective noun, you immediately get to know that this is a neuter gender. For example, here, flock, pack, class, this is all neuter gender. When we are talking about students, what is students? Students is common gender. It includes girls also and boys also. We collectively call them students. It includes both girls and boys. So what is students? Students is common gender. But when we are talking about class, the collective noun of students, this collective noun is the neuter gender. What is the gender of class? Class is neuter gender. So I hope this is clear to you. Basically, masculine, the male members, feminine, the female members when we are talking about, and the common, when it could be masculine also and feminine also, then it is common gender. When it could be neither masculine nor feminine, then it is neuter gender. And the collective nouns also are neuter gender. Now coming to the next most important part, how to form the feminine nouns. Like if you have been given the masculine words and asked what is the feminine of this, so there are certain rules which can help us to know their feminine nouns. First rule is we simply add ess to the masculine word and it becomes feminine. For example, lion, you will simply add ess to it and it becomes lioness. For example, poet, you simply add ess to it, it becomes poetess. Host, you add ess to it, it becomes hostess. Author, you add ess, authoress. Priest, you add ess, it becomes priestess. So this lion, poet and host, these are all masculine. We are referring to the male members. When we have to change them into the female, that is the feminine gender, we simply add ess and they become the feminine gender. Next rule is that we again add simply ess, but again we have to make some changes in the spelling also. We simply just don't add ess, we also make some changes. For example, actor. What is the feminine gender? Actress. Waiter, waitress. But here we add ess, but here we make a change. Like actor, we remove this o. Then we add to r, r-e-s-s. Waiter, we remove this e. Then we add ess to r, waitress. See, again, we do not have spelling like w-a-i-t-e-r-e-s-s. No, we remove this e, then we add ess. Governor, we remove this or and we add ESS, then it becomes governess. See, prince, again, princess, tiger, tigress, emperor, again we remove the OR, then we add ESS, empress. So there are slight changes in the spelling that you might have to make when you are making the feminine. So with practice you will come to know in what words you simply add ESS to make the feminine, in what words you add ESS but also make a slight change in the spelling. So where we add ESS, lion, poet, host. What are the feminine versions? Lioness, poetess, hostess. Simply adding ESS. For actor, waiter, governor, we add ESS but we make change in the spellings. Actress, waitress, governess. Again, you have to learn the otherwise also. If we are asked what is the masculine gender of actress, you should be knowing, okay, it is actor. Waitress, it is waiter. What is the masculine of lioness? It is lion. So you have to know it both ways. Then the third category, how to change it into feminine. There are some words which are totally different. You cannot add ESS to make them feminine. They are just entirely different words. For example, you have father, mother. What is the feminine of father? It will be equivalent would be your mother. Of your brother, equivalent would be your sister. That is the feminine gender. Uncle, aunt. Now they are totally different words. To father, you're not adding ESS and saying fatheress is the feminine. No, for father it is mother. Nephew, niece. Son, daughter. Sister, brother. Monk, nun. So for some words, the feminine gender is totally different new word which we are aware because of the general use in life, and that you have to know as well. With more practice you will come to know. So there are these three rules. You add ESS. The second rule is you add ESS and make slight change in the spelling. Third is we have absolutely different word which you get to know with practice. Let's go through some examples to know what are the masculine and the feminine of each other. Like for God, we have goddess. Again, this is change in spelling. You are not just adding ESS, you are also adding a D. God, goddess. Emperor, you're removing the OR, adding ESS. Empress. Actor, removing the O. Actress. Waiter, we studied waitress, change the spelling how, removing E. Tiger, again you remove E. Tigress. Governor, we just studied, remove OR. Governess. Master, it's different. Mistress, like we have Mr. and Miss. When we are referring to any male member, we call them Mr. so and so, Mr. Ajay Singh Rathod. If we are referring to the females, we call them either Miss or Mrs. Likewise here we have master, mistress. Duke, what is the feminine of duke? Duchess. What is the masculine of duchess? It is duke. King, queen, right? Some more, like for animals, bull. Bull is the masculine and cow is the feminine. Son, daughter, brother, sister, father, mother, uncle, aunt. Horse, mare. King, queen. Husband, wife. Cock or rooster, it is hen. Gentleman, lady. For uncle, aunt. Man, woman. Bachelor, we have two words actually. One is spinster, the feminine. The other we use is bachelorette to refer to the feminine gender. Nephew, niece. Monk, nun. Brother, sister. Wizard, witch. Sir, madam. So these are the masculine, these are the feminine. You have to know which is the feminine gender of this particular masculine word, and you have to know what is the masculine gender of this particular feminine. So I hope this is clear to you. What is masculine? The male members, feminine, the female. Common when it can refer to both of them. Neuter when it refers to neither of them. And then we have to talk about how to change masculine into feminine and what are the masculine gender of these feminine. Practice more and more and you will be clear about it.